let's get started.
All righty then. So this is our first. What are we calling this thing? It's not really a podcast. It's more of a conversation, real
Yep,
estate
just a com-
conversation.
Yep.
And I want to start off by saying 4 years ago today, I think I was drinking a quarantini. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
Those were
Oh
like
yeah.
kind of like a martini, but you were quarantined, so you had to.
Oh yeah. It was
Um,
April.
yeah, it was like think it was March 27th that we were shut down, or maybe it was a little before that, but maybe the 27th is when they said you are considered essential workers.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, lots changed in 4 years, and during that time we had such low interest rates that everybody was buying houses, right? So we had tons of volume and tons of units being sold. And I think what we did is borrow a lot of buyers from the future. And that's why we're starting to see, or we've been kind of been pretty slow for the last couple of years, ever since rates went up. But we're going to go over some stats right now and kind of go through what's happening, right?
That's right. We're gonna be doing something like this every week.
Yeah,
Um,
once a week, we're going to have some conversations about what's going on.
yeah. So this first one here is just sales price, and this is the average sales price for the Northwest MLS, and you can see it's on a pretty nice trend here.
Wow.
In fact, February to March is the largest gain that we've seen over the last year, and it is almost $40,000 in average sales price.
That's crazy in 1 month.
1 month.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm wondering how much of that is in Seattle and Bellevue and, the more expensive areas. I know that some of the homes in West Seattle have been ridiculous as far as list price versus sale price. One,
Yep.
two, 300,000 over list price. So
Yep.
it's nuts. And I'm not sure what's creating that other than demand, obviously, but also I think there's some zoning changes coming in next year that could make it more of a density issue, meaning you can put more houses on smaller lots. So that could be part of it as well.
We'll have to talk about that one of these weeks too.
Yep.
Okay, this is new listings. This is a good thing. I told you this, and I don't know if you remember, but December 2023, this was the lowest new listing month ever recorded in the MLS history.
Man, we got to stop taking December's off.
I guess that was, you put it that way.
Well, I mean, a lot of agents take off the December thinking that nothing's going on anyway, but imagine, I mean, I don't know what the sales look like. There was still sales happening, so I guess we'll get to that.
We actually, anecdotally, we had a pretty good December. But anyway, so March 2024, 93.48 for the month, which is really good. And March 2023 actually outpaced it
Wow,
by just about 400 units.
that's good.
Yeah. And I want to show you this too, by the way. Looking at a rolling 12 months, if we go all the way back to the max period of time, here's the new listing count, June 2007 to 2008, flirting with
Oh man.
190,000 units. And
Well,
then
we were both in the business back then, and I remember
not me.
you weren't, when did you start?
I
2010?
was still in school, man.
Oh,
How
you're
old do
such
you
a
think I
punk
am?
kid. Well, I remember it being disastrous as far as an agent because in '06 and '07 was actually a good year too, but when '08 hit, it was like somebody turned off the spigot.
Yeah.
It was rough. And I wished I would have had more money saved at the time to buy more houses because even though it felt like a scary time to be buying houses, man, people made out like bandits that bought then.
Yeah. We're 100,000 off as far as new listing goes.
Wow.
Homes for sale. This number's starting to creep up, but not by much. This one's good though. Pending sales, definitely on an upward trend. The February to March that's a steep climb.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
steep.
It was a busy March. Everybody I've talked to was putting stuff pending.
Yeah. I think closed sales really, that'll trail by a little bit.
Yep, about a
That's not
month.
a good trend.
Yep.
Days on market. All right. This one's interesting, I think. So the median days on market, and do you know the difference between median and average?
Yes, I do. Want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Median is the price at which half the homes are selling below that price, and the other half is selling above that price. And an
Well, I,
average is every house that's sold. What is the average sale price?
yeah. So in the case where we have days on market, what I'm hearing you say is half will sell below 10 days and the other half above.
Exactly.
So 10 days on the market right now for median. For average, it's starting to come down, but it's at 42.
Wow. That's actually a longer time than I was thinking, but wow.
Well, what it means to me, I think there's new construction in there, which will skew it because some of those will be
Sure.
listed for 200 days.
Yep.
But I think now more than ever, if you overprice by 10 or 15,000, maybe a little bit more, you're sitting. You're sitting for a long time.
Yeah, that's a good point about new construction because they'll typically price those right at framing stage or even at foundation stage. Start pricing them, and so they're not even done, so they can't really close, which means their average days on market is going to increase, right?
Yep. Yep. This one here, showings per listing. I like watching this one as well. So we're at 6.6. But since the beginning of the year, and really from December, we've doubled.
Man, I find that surprising considering how high the interest rates are. But I mean, if you
High.
look over the last 12 months, it's the highest, the most showings we've had in the last 12 months.
Yep. Yep. And I think I'm kind of attributing that to a lot of people thinking that the rates might drop, causing an increase in pricing, a further increase in pricing. So maybe trying to get ahead of that. And then also, this is from talking with people in our database, is that they're kind of tired of sitting in their house that they've decided over the last couple of years isn't the right fit for them anymore.
Well, a lot of people are sitting thinking that rates are going to come down. They're going to wait and try to time it. But first off, you can't time the market. Second off, if you try to time the market when rates come down, what's going to happen with prices? Yep, they're going up. And I can't believe we went up, what, 50,000 last month? Is that what you said?
40.
40,000 without rates going up or without rates coming down, I should say. So rates staying pretty much where they're at, 7%. People are out, they're starting to move.
Yeah, and it's an election year, so I think a lot of people are probably thinking that the rates will drop. I don't know if they will, but if they do, by the time that they start to drop a half a point or whatever it might end up being,
Your
we saw
showings,
40,000 gain in 1 month.
yeah, your showings per listing is going to triple if the rates come down. So you're going to just get locked out of the market. You'll be competing against cash buyers. You'll be competing against people that are bidding 100, 200,000 above list price. And you're just
Yeah.
not going to have a chance. So now's the opportunity.
So I should be talking to every buyer I know and say, if your plan is to buy this year, just buy now.
Yep. Because when rates come down, they can also refinance.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, I think that's the market update. Is there anything else that we should cover on this thing?
Well, I just think with the rule changes of the MLS, or not the MLS, the Board of Realtors settling uh with NAR settling on the lawsuits that were happening, people are going to have to learn how to articulate their value. And we do have a class coming up on April 10th from 10 to 2. It's on Zoom. It's not a hard one to do. You do have to register for it, and it is free. And it's 2 hours long, and it talks about how to articulate your value. And I think that everybody that we know that we care about that are agents should be at that. And that way they can help articulate every time they need to when they're talking to buyers or sellers.
Yeah.
So if anybody's interested in that, reach out to Chris or I, and we'll make sure you get registered for it. if this is going outside of our company, please go ahead and contact us. We don't mind sharing our information. So give one of us a call and we'll be happy to get you registered for it. But that's about it.
All right. Well, if there's anything that any of you are watching that want us to go over, let us know, because we are going to be doing this every week.
Yep.
We're challenged by somebody that thinks we lack commitment.
Somebody somebody smarter than us decided this would be a good idea.
Uh-huh. We'll show her.
All right.
Okay.
Well, sounds good. Well, okay, till next week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.